Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex language of corporate filings to tell you what really matters. And folks, this is a pretty standard announcement, but stick around because sometimes even the simplest reports signal big shifts in how a company operates, and we're going to find out if that's the case here with Optex Systems Holdings. So today we're looking at a Form 8K filing from Optex Systems Holdings. Now these 8K forms are like immediate news alerts from public companies telling us about important events that aren't part of their regular quarterly reports. Think of it as a company's way of saying, hey, something significant just happened and you need to know. And for Optex Systems Holdings, it looks like they're getting ready to present at a big conference. The big news here is that Optex Systems Holdings is scheduled to present at the 2025 Annual Gateway Conference. This conference is happening on September 4th, and the time is 11:30 a.m. Pacific Time. For those keeping track, that's in San Francisco at the Four Seasons Hotel. Now, why is this important? Well, companies present at these conferences to talk about their business to investors, analysts, and potential partners. It's a chance for them to showcase their latest achievements, discuss their strategy, and maybe even hint at future plans. The accompanying slide deck will be available online just before their presentation. This is usually where the meat of the information about where they're headed will be. This filing itself, this Form 8K, is a routine affair. It's part of the legal framework that keeps public companies accountable, ensuring they share important information with everyone. It's governed by the Securities Exchange Act, which is basically the rule book for how companies trade on the stock market and report their activities. The company is identified as being incorporated in Delaware, which is a common state for businesses due to its favorable corporate laws, and it operates under the ticker symbol OPXS on the Nasdaq exchange. Their common stock is listed on the Nasdaq, which is a major exchange. This means their shares are available for everyday investors to buy and sell. The fact they are on Nasdaq means they meet certain criteria for size and transparency, which is generally a good sign. The company itself, Optex Systems Holdings, is involved in providing advanced optical solutions. They make things like night vision systems, electro-optical systems, and other specialized equipment, often for defense and security markets. Think of them as the guys who make the high-tech eyes for sophisticated equipment. Now, the juicy part about these filings isn't always in the boilerplate text, but in what they don't say as much as what they do. This report is primarily an Item 7.01 Regulation FD disclosure, which basically means they are disclosing information that could be seen as important to investors, ensuring everyone gets the same information at the same time. This helps prevent any unfairness for certain investors. It's also important to note that information provided under Regulation FD, like this announcement about the conference, is often furnished and not officially filed in the same way their financial reports are. This means it doesn't carry the same legal weight if something in it turns out to be wrong. It's more of a heads up than a legally binding declaration of facts. They explicitly state this information won't be incorporated into other filings without a specific mention, which is standard practice to keep different types of disclosures separate. Let's think about what this conference presentation could mean. For a company like Optex Systems, which operates in specialized markets like defense and optics, investor confidence is key. Presenting at a conference like the Gateway Conference puts them in front of people who can directly influence their funding and valuation. They'll likely be talking about their order backlog, new contracts, technological advancement, and their financial performance, even if this specific 8K isn't detailing the numbers themselves. While there aren't specific financial tables in this particular filing that we can dissect in detail, the fact that they are presenting at a major conference in early September suggests that they likely have positive developments to share. Companies usually shy away from public presentations if the news is bad, so we can infer they're probably feeling good about their recent performance or their future outlook. This conference is a platform. It's where they can amplify their message to the investment community. The filing also lists an Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file embedded within the inline XBRL or extensible business. Reporting language is a way to format financial information so it can be easily read and analyzed by computers. Think of it as making financial data digital and structured, making it much faster to process and compare earnings reports, balance sheets, and other key metrics across different companies, historically and currently. Looking at the broader picture, Optex Systems operates in industries that require significant research and development and often long sales cycles, especially in defense. Their success hinges on securing contracts, delivering high quality products, and staying ahead of technological curves. By presenting at a conference, they're signaling to the market that they are performing well enough to warrant this kind of attention and potentially attract new investors or partners who can fuel their growth. For a company in the optics and defense sector, stability and consistent growth are vital. Any investor looking at Optex would want to see a steady stream of orders, successful product development, and a strong management team. While this filing doesn't give us those financial numbers directly, the act of presenting at a high-profile conference tells us they are confident in their story. So what's my take on this? This filing is less about revealing new financial data and more about signaling intent and confidence. Optex Systems wants to be seen as a company on the move and is using the Gateway Conference as a stage. They are actively engaging with the investment community, which is a positive sign. The key for investors will be to tune into that presentation on September 4th and analyze the slide deck. That's where the real substance will likely be revealed. We'll want to look for details on their order pipeline, any new market penetration, and how they're addressing the competitive landscape. While I can't give you specific numbers from this filing, the act of participating in these events is a strategic move to increase visibility and potentially attract capital. It's a way to tell their story directly to the people who matter most in the financial world. If their presentation highlights substantial growth in orders or successful new product launches, that would be a statement, or a lack of concrete forward-looking statements might suggest they are facing challenges. In conclusion, Optex Systems Holdings is projecting an image of confidence by participating in the 2025 Annual Gateway Conference. This is a proactive step to engage with investors and stakeholders. The real story will unfold during their presentation. We'll be keeping a close eye on their performance and any subsequent filings for more detailed financial insights. Alright, that's our quick decode of this Optex Systems Holdings filing. What are your initial thoughts on their upcoming conference presentation? Do you think it will translate into positive investor sentiment? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights into the world of business and finance. Also, make sure to join our Discord community linked in the description below, where we discuss these filings and much more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.